Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Rupi for those of you who do not know. I'm so excited to film this video. I can't even contain my excitement right now, you guys, because the products that I'm reviewing today, I was sent those in PR. Now, I just want to say, because I'm excited about them, I don't want to do a biased review just because they sent it to me in a PR, so it is obviously still going to be a completely honest review. The brand is totally okay with me doing that, which is awesome. I love that. But they reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to try out 2 of their new palettes, and I was like, sure, because this is a brand, well, did I even say the brand name yet? Estate Cosmetics. You guys probably have heard of Estate Cosmetics, especially if you have an Ipsy glam bag, I think is what it's called. I don't have one of those. I used to have an Ipsy a long time ago, but then I stopped it, and I wish I could do the plus one because it seems like you get better stuff in it, but I don't think they offer that one to Canada. Anyways, I don't do description. Wow, what? Anyways, it's okay because I don't do subscription boxes anymore, but I know Estate Cosmetics is one of those brands that really were kind of discovered through Ipsy glam bags, and more importantly this year through Bailey Sarian, because they did collaborate with her very recently. They did the, I think it was the Venice Beach or something palette. I know it had to do with, yeah, I think it was Venice Beach, because she goes there with her fiance every year, and it's a thing for her birthday, and he spray paints her name somewhere. Anyways, you can go watch her palette launch video if you want the story behind that whole palette. I don't unfortunately have that one. It is one that I had my eye on, but for some reason, I think it was sold out actually by the time I even came to realize that that was a palette, and I think the remainder of it was just available through Ipsy, and of course I didn't have Ipsy, so there was that. So they sent me a few things, which I'm super excited about. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the palettes. So I've got the Sugar Daddy and the Baby Girl palette. They sent me a bunch of eyelashes, which I'll show you close-ups of, and their eyeliner, which I'm really, really excited to try out. So I'm gonna get into showing you the palettes, and then we'll go ahead and get into the eye look. All right, so I think that today I'm gonna play with the Sugar Daddy palette, which is this one. It's the more kind of the toasted, kind of bronzy toned palette. I figured we'd go ahead and play with this, and I mean, obviously you can tell it's a 9-pan palette. I don't think I need to tell you that. So you do get 9 shades in here. Let's see, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mattes and 3 shimmers. I have heard, especially watching Bailey's video, that their shimmers perform way better when they're wet, so we will try them that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyelids, and for primer I'm just gonna go ahead and use my usual, which is my Urban Decay primer potion, because we know how well that works. So I'm gonna prime my eyes, and then we're gonna get into this eye look. Okay, so I am gonna go in with a fluffy kind of blending brush. I think that I'm gonna start with this shade here called Strings. I don't know what kind of strings they're talking about, considering it's called the Sugar Daddy palette. So these do have a little bit of kick up, which is okay with me. That doesn't bother me. I would just say tap off your brush to get the excess off. So they're quite, it feels like they're quite pigmented because that's showing up pretty good right off the bat. I'm not gonna blow this out too much today. I just wanna end it right where my eyebrow is. Yeah, I'm liking how that looks. I mean, you know, it kind of gives you that whole bronzer vibe, but yeah, it does kind of, you know, give you that kind of bronzed terracotta vibe. I will say it's blending out quite nicely so far. We'll see how it blends with other colors. I'm really liking that. It kind of matches my whole vibe with this shirt today. Okay, I think next I'm gonna go into this kind of pink shade in the middle called Lifestyle. I would say it's kind of pink. It's got a more pink tone to it. It reminds me of my MAC Pinch Me blush. Like that's the kind of pinky tone it has. I'm gonna start buffing this into the outer corner going into the crease, and I'm just gonna blend it up into that first shade that was called Strings. I think if you're looking for a really good neutral palette, you might really enjoy something like this, especially for the price. Like I feel like these shadows, so far from what I can tell, are blending pretty good. Blend that up. I'm really liking how that's turning out. I'm just gonna blend some into this area. Do you guys ever feel like you have one eye that just always tends to do better than the other? I hate it so much. Anywho, now that we're playing with this Sugar Daddy palette, maybe I can tell you some funny, I don't really know that I have a lot of stories. I mean, I get, and I'm sure you guys do too, especially if you are like a content creator, I feel like this happens way more often for some reason. And I don't know why. I keep attracting sugar daddies. So I'm gonna go into the shade called Sugar Daddy. Pop that on my outer corner. They're always DMing me, asking me if I want to set up an arrangement and they would love to give me an allowance. And I'm just like, sometimes I ask my husband, I'm like, hey, so what do you think now? I don't know where they come from or why. I feel like it happens to so many people that I know. Okay, I will say I'm getting a little bit of fallout. So when you're packing these on, just be careful. The one thing I will say so far is I wish that this palette had more depth. Like this isn't terrible, but this isn't gonna get much deeper than this, I feel like. I just feel like it's not the level of depth that I would want. I'm gonna go back into my blending brush and I'm just gonna blend this out. I'm just gonna take a powder brush and I'm just gonna dust this away. Okay, so it picks off pretty easily. It's not gonna sit there and stay, which is really nice. Okay, so I'm kind of liking how that looks so far. This is really cute for like every day, you know? I'm gonna try one more matte shade. I'm gonna try this shade called Arrangement. I wanna see if it adds a little more depth than this one, because I feel like my feelings are, I like these tones, but this could have easily been like a 6-pan palette unless they put in more depth, you know? I just feel like I need like a dark brown, like a dark, warm brown, and that would be kind of like perfection. I'm just gonna go ahead and take this shade Arrangement and I'm gonna also bring it underneath just to kind of tie that all in together. Like I feel like because it's a Sugar Daddy palette, I just want something more to like really be able to make it more sultry, you know? I just feel like I can't get it as sultry as I would want it to be. So that is so far my biggest critique, I will say. Now I think on the lid, I'm gonna go in with this shade here called LBD, which we all need a cute little black dress in our lives. This is like a super bronzy shade. I'm gonna go in with this one. What's a black card? Oh, like an Amex? Shows how much I know. Maybe I did need a sugar daddy to educate me on that. I'm just spraying with my Milani Make It Dewy. Actually, maybe I shouldn't use that one. Well, whatever. We're just gonna see how this goes. Ooh. Okay, this is pretty. I'm gonna go back into that shade a little more. See, I need that kind of bit deeper. On my viewfinder, it's not showing up as dark as it seems in person. That's a pretty color though. See, but you can't even tell. I just want you to be able to tell. So I'm gonna, actually on the other eye, I'm gonna try with my MAC Fix Plus. I know I should probably just do it even on both sides, but I think I prefer Fix Plus. And I should have probably used that the first time, but that's okay. You live and you learn. Yeah, I feel like it kind of applies smoother, but also it feels more foiled on one side than on the other. I'm just gonna take some on my finger and layer more of that on. My eyelids are so wrinkly, you guys. Age is hitting me. I guess what can we do? Okay, so I've got that one on. I think I do want to take a little bit of the other shade. Take a little bit of this shade called Allowance, which is like another like metallic. I'm gonna put that just over the inner bit, like not directly in the inner corner, but just like the inner third of the lid. I'm just gonna use as many shades as I can because I really want to see how they perform. So that's like a really pretty like kind of champagne shade. It would make for a really like cute all over the lid situation. It's kind of cute. I kind of like that. In person, I feel like it just looks way more amped up than on there, on the viewfinder. So the next one is going to be the shade, which is Black Card. It's the lightest shade in this palette. I'm going to go ahead and take that on a pencil brush. And I want to pop that in the inner corner. Ooh, that's nice. That's kind of blinding, if you can see. So I'm really gonna, oh yes. Well, at least that shade did not disappoint. Is this palette supposed to make me look like a sugar daddy, or is it supposed to make me look ready for a sugar daddy? Because this one's a sugar daddy and the other one's a baby girl. So would the other one make me a baby girl? These are just thoughts I have in my head when I think, when I like, you know, sit here with these kind of palettes. I'm just like, is this what's supposed to do for me? Okay, that's cute, she's cute. I'm gonna take a little bit of the Allowance shade that we used on the inner part of the lid, and I'm just gonna pop that right here and blend it out into that arrangement shade. Okay, I'm gonna wipe off my brush. I'm gonna go back in with Black Card, and I wanna pop this on my brow bone. I don't know why, but recently I've been kind of loving a brow bone highlight. I kind of stopped for a bit, but I've been liking highlighting it. Okay, okay, she cute. I'm gonna go ahead and take the liquid liner that they sent me, which looks like this. The brush is a felt tip, just like that. I suck at liner and I don't normally do liner, so we're just gonna see. I hope it's not one of those that kind of run, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep it close to my lash line, and I don't even think I'm gonna do a wing. Actually, I kind of like that. It's really like matte black. We're stopping there for a bit because I want to do the other eye and then we'll go back. Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna replicate this on the other eye, so I did eyeliner and it looks like trash, but the eyeliner itself is really nice. I'm just not really good at eyeliner, especially because this eye is way more hooded than this eye. That was a struggle. Anyways, we're gonna move into lashes. I'm probably gonna have to do them off camera, but where did I put them? So their lashes are synthetic, I should say. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. They are made of synthetic fibers. They make them look real. I think when they say real, they natural, you know. They are also handmade. So they say that each pair is extra special and you get up to 20 uses. Yeah, okay, so they sent me a little card. So that you do get up to 20 uses with these. They say that you, when you remove your lashes, remove them from the outside in. So don't peel them this way, don't pull them this way. Remove them from the outside, and then you want to, you know, move inwards. And then if there's any buildup left on your lashes, you can clean them out with a spoolie, use a wet Q-tip to remove any makeup residue that's on the band, and use a clean pair of tweezers to remove any remaining glue. you store them back into your little lash box and you can get probably up to 20 uses with them. I don't think there's anything that they're lying about there, because a lot of my lashes I've reused many times. So just by looking at these, I can tell that you're going to be able to get that use out of them. I don't think I'm going to use this pair today. I think I'm going to go with this one. I don't know what these are called. I don't think they have names on them. Let me see on the inside here. They just say the brand. I could be completely blind. No, I don't see any names on them. So like even the little card doesn't have a name, but this is the style I think I'm gonna wear today. So I'm gonna go ahead off camera and apply these, and I will be back to let you know how they feel and how they were in application. So this is the look I came up with the Sugar Daddy palette. I think that it turned out pretty good. The only critique that I have for this palette is that I wish it had a little bit more debt, not debt, because he's a sugar daddy. There will be no debt in a sugar daddy palette. Depth. You need depth. I like the formula. I do really like the formula. I do want to try more colorful stuff from them. I know they do have like a colorful palette. The Bailey Sarian one was kind of colorful, but she kept it neutral because of the Ipsy customer base. So I'm kind of excited to dip into the baby girl one next, which is the pink one. Because I'm kind of into like these purpley pink tones here. I will say though, this one's like way lighter looking than I really want it to be. So because we have debt issues in this one, we have a debt issue, just kidding, depth issues, okay? I can talk, I promise. But now that we know what this one looks like, I want to go ahead and show you guys this one on the eyes. So I'm going to roll some footage of just me doing a look with music over. I'm not really going to talk this one through. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and I will chat with you guys at the end for my thoughts. And I'll probably look different because I'll probably be wearing this one. Anywho's, I will see you guys in a bit. All right, you guys, so we're gonna go in with the Baby Girl palette, and the first shade I'm taking is the shade Mist Me, and I'm just placing this in our outer corner as well as the outer crease area. With my bitch, I'm just gonna blend out the crease a little bit, and then we're gonna go up with the shade You Up, and I'm just gonna deepen out the crease, or the outer V area, sorry. Okay, and then next we're gonna go into the shade Thirsty, and I'm just placing this all over the lid with a flat shader brush. And then I'm taking the shade My Bitch, and I'm putting that on my inner corner as well as the inner third of my lid. And then for the inner corner, I went in with the shade Exclusive. Next, we're going to go into the shade And Chill, and I'm just going to use that shade to deepen up my outer crease because I wasn't getting very much depth, and I'm just adding the same shade with my fingers. And then I'm going in with the shade Baby Girl, kind of between the shade My Bitch and Thirsty. And then I'm taking the shade Baby Girl as my highlighter all over my face, basically where I would normally highlight, as well as my nose. Taking the shade Thirsty and applying that as my blush shade. And then I'm going back into the shade And Chill, and we're just gonna pop that all over the lower lash line. And that is the finished look. All right, you guys, let's talk some final thoughts on both of these palettes, as well as the lashes and the liner that I've tried. I'll start with the liner since it's just the one product. I think that the liner applies really, really nice. It's a super stiff felt tip liner. I will say if you're applying over powder, sometimes it does get a little bit hard to apply. That's the only kind of I have about it. The lashes, however, were probably my favorite thing of all. I really enjoyed these ones. These ones have a little bit of navy blue tint to them. I don't know if you can tell in the packaging there. Oh, I loved these ones. But just like the way they apply on the lash and they look natural and silky, I really love them. So I really love that they did send me the lashes because I wasn't expecting to receive those. I was only expecting the two palettes that I'm going to talk about. First, let's talk about the Baby Girl, which is the one I'm wearing right now. This is the one that I kind of did the voiceover for you guys. So out of the two, this one is my least favorite, just because I feel like it gives only a super like one-dimensional look. Don't get me wrong, I do love mauve tones. I love like this little bit here, but like this whole side is just way too light. I could have done without like two of the light shades and gotten two more really deep shades. I just feel like this one and this one are super similar, and then like this one and this one are kind of, you know, in a similar family, whereas like obviously these two are kind of similar, and same with these two. I just don't feel the need for them, but I mean, it's a really pretty palette. If you are just looking for something that's easy for every day, I think that this is, you know, good. But I do think there's other options out there with more depth and kind of, I don't know, just when I look at a palette, I want a little bit more something where I can do like different types of looks. I feel like you're gonna get a very monochromatic look with this every single time. That I'm not a fan of. I mean, that being said, also with the Sugar Daddy palette now, you also get a very similar monochromatic look. However, I did enjoy the tones of this one a lot more for my skin tone. I love the look that I created with it, but I feel like I would only ever use this palette for that same look. That being said, I do enjoy the formula of the Sugar Daddy and the Baby Girl. I haven't worn this one for that long today, but when I wore this one, I did wear it for like, I don't know, a whole day. I don't remember how many hours. I will say between 6 to 8 hours I had it on my eyeballs. I absolutely enjoyed it. It did not crease. It didn't like look funny. I layered this one quite a bit and it didn't actually go funny either. So I'm a fan of the formula in both. I would love to try something with more depth from the brand or something with more color, because I do think that they have a pretty decent formula. I mean, it's nothing special, but like it's, you know, your easy to use eyeshadow formula. I will say though, I guess like for a $29.99 price point, I feel like these are a little bit, they are affordable in the sense that they're $30, but at the same time, and you get a large amount of product too per pan, I should say that as well. My only thing is I feel like you can find brands these days that are a little bit, you know, more affordable than this or what have you, that can provide you more depth. So it's not my favorite. Like, I would, instead of this for 30 bucks, throw in an extra $3 and get one of the mini Natasha Denona's, because I know that the formula is excellent, but also I feel like she has a lot more variety in some of those palettes if you're looking for like a semi-monochromatic look, but also something a little bit different. I myself have the mini gold, but I have bought like mini sunset, or was it? Yeah, I think it was mini sunset. I think that is what it is. I bought that for a friend and that one looks beautiful as well. So I think that there are options out there when it comes to you know, different makeup. I wish that I could have tried the Bailey Sarian palette actually, because it does have a lot more color in it. I like the idea of this brand, but I want more. I want to see what more they're going to have to do. So it's not one that's off my radar completely. I am going to want to try more from this brand. I would love to try more lashes because their lashes are so nice. I really do enjoy these. So especially this style, like I haven't worn this one yet. I was gonna put on lashes today, but I got kind of lazy. This one has a super, if you can tell, invisible band, and it's really thin. I love these type of lashes. They apply beautifully, but they also look super natural on. So that's kind of my favorite vibe of the whole thing. But I mean, it's not the most disappointing brand that I've tried to this date, so there's also that. I really did love the look that I created with this. Again, I'll just pop a photo up here so you can see it was just soft and sultry and really beautiful. But I mean, compared to this, like I have my Natasha Denona bronze, and I feel like I would reach for something like that more because it also does provide me with a lot more depth. So that being said, those are my feelings about the brand. I don't love it, I don't hate it. I like it. I like it. Also, I should say, I probably told you guys in the voiceover part, but I did use one of the eyeshadows and one of the, well, two of the eyeshadows. One is a blush and one is a highlight. So, I mean, with the Baby Girl palette, you can get use out of it that way, because I feel like you could use, like if you're super pale, you can use this shade and this shade probably. I used this one here. A medium skin tone, so I use this one here, but you could use this one, this one, this one as a blush. I mean, if you're really kind of crazy like me, you could probably even go with this one. This is the one that I'm wearing as the blush, and I feel like it's a beautiful blush shade, and I wore this one as the highlighter, and you can tell it's super blinding. I was really afraid it was going to look kind of ashy because it is an eyeshadow, and they usually have more base than a highlighter. but it's actually not that bad. It looks really, really lovely in person, so I'm happy about that. I don't know if I'll be picking up anything more from this brand anytime soon, but I do look forward to seeing what they have to come out with, and I hope that they come out with a palette that just has a lot more versatility, and I just want to see something with a different range. Like, I want to see it go from something super light like this to something deeper than this, you know, in a 9-pan palette. I think that would be really fun. Something more colorful would be exciting. I can't wait to see if they do come out with something like that, because I know that the palette that they did with Bailey Sarian was a little bit more colorful, but also Bailey was keeping in mind her BoxyCharm audience, and a lot of those people love very just neutral looks. And I mean, sorry, Ipsy, not BoxyCharm. I had BoxyCharm, but all of the palettes I would ever get in BoxyCharm were always neutral. So I know where she's coming from when it comes to that. But I do hope this brand comes out with something absolutely colorful and stunning. I would love to try it in the future. They do also have lip products that I'm very intrigued by, so that might be on my list going down later on. But yeah, no, I'm really happy with the lashes, the liner. I'm not super disappointed with these palettes. I just don't know how much I'll be reaching for them, so it'll depend. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I think it might be kind of a long one. Hopefully it's not too bad. But that's all for this one. I hope that you guys are doing well. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button down below. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out and hit that notification bell so you're notified every single time that I post a new video. And until the next one, I hope that you stay safe, be kind, and be healthy. Bye.